liver text things is are not you shouldn't be taking liver text again and again to improve your English. Your English level will improve in that applications, but not in real life. Hello everyone, welcome back to our TGIF show today. So today I'm thinking of making a video for English learners how to learn English effectively, because also this channel's main purpose is to foster the English learners. So let's talk about it. Alright, so when it comes to learning languages or learning some things, we are really familiar with self-study. Okay, so is self-study good enough? Well, it depends. It depends on which level currently you are on. Because if you just started learning English, self-studying might not be that effective for you, because you don't know where to start, you don't know what to do, and then you just start to doing by yourself. So but there are some cases that you can refer to the YouTube videos or other free classes. So the reason is that the thing is that if you want to do doing self-studying, that is the best way to start by taking classes. That is the best way to start doing it. So the reason why I'll have to talk about it. So for me, from my own experience, I also had to take classes before I started my own learning journey. I think I started at the elementary classes, like a full scale things I have done in some international school. I did for my summer. So the thing is that if you have a tutor or a guide that is guiding you through it, so you will start to develop on your way to how to study them, because at first you need some guidance. So there's a saying in Myanmar, right? Right? So also there's things like that. So in our cases, we should at least we should have a teacher or tutor who will be guiding us through our studies. So only after you develop day by day and you will reach to around intermediate level, and then if you wish, you can start by doing all your own things. You can start by your own self-studying, because you know how it goes, you know how to learn, you know what to do, right? In terms of studying. So only by then it's advisable to do self-studying. But from the very start or from the beginning, I would rather not say that is a good way to do it, because I don't mean that it will not be that progressive, but it will take longer. For example, let's say you would take only around 6 months to get from elementary to around pre-inter or intermediate levels. But if you do it by yourself, it will take longer than that, right? So for the very first beginners, I would suggest taking classes. And then let's talk about how to learn 4 skills effectively. So they are like in our 4 skills, we have reading, writing, listening, and speaking. So 2 intake skill and 2 output skill. Alright? So the input skill would be reading and listening, and the output skill would be writing and speaking. Right? So reading and listening, I think that's the best way to do it, just by reading books or from the 4 skills books, such as like Empower, Headway, or you can do a lot of books on there and listen to other podcasts or watch more YouTube videos, and also watch movies without subtitle or with subtitle if you want. So it's also a best way to keep on listening to those language. But when it comes to output skills, most of the students find it really difficult to do it when you're doing writings or when you're doing speaking. So the thing is that it's very simple. You have to write it, you have to speak it day by day, like daily thing, like a regular thing, you should do it. So in that case, you will become more familiar to the language, you will feel immersed in the language. That means you can improve on it. For the very first time, yeah, that's true, we will be very stuck at it. We're not very good at it at the very first moment. So it can happen. So I'll show you guys about my very first time speaking in English videos later. So today is my first day of speaking English, and I want to make this every single day until I become fluent and become a professional speaker. I am an intermediate level, but I have talked about I I I have spoken English for last 2 years. So in the video, I was very bad in English. So the thing is that if you just keep doing it day by day, I think it will improve on. So yeah, I've talked about taking classes. So is taking classes only that thing? Is it necessary? Well, actually no. So taking classes is like maybe the duration would be around 3 months, 4 months, around like that for one level. So if you want to have a solid level or like a solid intermediate or solid pre-intermediate, things like that, so you should also improve on your own self, right? So the thing is, to start doing it, you can start referring to your own studying. You can start by doing self-studying in the case, because you have learned from your tutor or your teacher, and then you will know how to do it. So you will then do or practice more and improve more on that. So by improving more of it, so sometimes we find it really be lazy to do it on your books and things like that. So I would suggest some of the best websites to start your English journey, because I also did that when I started relearning English again. So let's talk about these websites. Okay, so the first one would be BBC Learning English. So the reason I suggest this one, because you can learn like so many different things, like vocabulary or grammar, listening to reading, a lot of things on that website. And you can also choose which level do you want to study, so that's also a good way. And on YouTube you can find BBC 6-minute English, like short videos where they discuss a topic about, you know, general things or even academic things, and also they share vocabulary at the end of the video. So it's very good for the beginners to start doing it for 6-minute English, maybe on YouTube. Yeah, they have a channel for it. Next one will be British Council Learn English. So we've already heard about that, right? We also have an application that you can take level text on it, and you can keep on doing it. So I'll talk about one of the things about level text. So level text things is you shouldn't be, taking level text again and again to improve your English, because if you do it again and again, you will know which one is right, which one is wrong, so that your English level will improve in that applications, but not in real life. So level text are supposed or are meant to take once in a while, right? So like around 6 months later or 1 year later, you take it again and you see how improvement you have gotten, right? So not taking every day to get to your level. No, it is a wrong thing to do. So please don't do that. All right. So okay, so let's go back to what I'm talking about. So as I was saying, the British Council Learn English. So also in that applications, you can see different levels and also different skills to improve on. They also have a grammar category, like particularly. So you can also improve on that. That's the best way to do it. Last but not least, the third one would be Test English. So Test English is I started to know it because my senior suggested me for that. So also in Test English, you can take level text, but it only mostly targets on your reading and listening. So also in Test English, it's a very fun way to do it. So you also have writing, speaking, listening, and reading things. You can choose your different levels. And also with the listening videos, you're not just about listening to those audio. You have the questions to answer, like a multiple choice questions at the end of it. So that's also a good way to start it. So to summarize all the things I've said, if you are a beginner at the end, like not just English, at any level of any languages, so it's the best way to start by taking classes or like doing with a tutor or your teacher, things like that. So this is the very best way to start it, because you don't know how to do it, you don't know where to start at the very first thing. So that self-studying thing is not very advisable for the beginner level learners. So and then after you have taken classes and you will start to gain knowledge about it, and you will know how to do it, what to do, where to improve on, and then you can start by doing self-studying things. So like I said, taking only classes is not necessary. It will not put you to a certain level. So you also have to work on yourself, right? Like listening to YouTube videos or podcast video every day, or reading an article a day, or writing about a topic. like only twice a week, thrice a week. You can do it. Also for speaking, try to encourage your speakings. Those thing about speaking, I'll let you show you that. Also in TGIF, I'm thinking of making a weekly discussion with a Zoom when speaking English. So that thing will come out. Alright, just wait for it. I'm also planning for it. So in that case, please join, and we'll have a great conversation together. Alright, that's all for the video, and thank you guys for watching. And you can also support me from YouTube. I'll put the link above. And see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.